Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild, and today I have to do a bit of house cleaning. I have 4 people that wanted a 50% off code for Space Engineers. And the first one was elitrom. He wants to experiment like other YouTubers do, and it's easier for him to convince his parents to give him the money if he has a 50% off code, and that's a good thing. So I will definitely support that. Then I have Orlando Laurentine, that he wants to buy it anyways, and he says that that just would be nice to have 50% off. I can't read my own handwriting. Sephiratos or Sephiraton, and that was a real special thing. You would have got one anyways, I have the feeling, because he wants the game for his mother, because she's only playing Elder Scrolls Online, and it seems he wants to have her look into that game too, and I think that's a really good idea. And then I have Kyle Brown that wants to stream and wants to be a competitor for me. And so you will get your 50% off, because he wants to have a different camera perspective, and so that's also a good idea to have. I really would like to see how you implement that into your stream. That would be really interesting to see. So Kyle Brown, if you start that up, then give me a link or so that I can see one of your streams. Good people, now we have to get to something where I have to say sorry again, kind of, because if I turn to the right, you will see a lot of things. I got into a building frenzy and started to build stuff out. By the way, I was really grateful for the responses on the Planing Mars video. The machine worked. It was so nice to have a machine work without too many flaws, and that's a really, really good thing. That's a really, really good thing. Okay, I will turn to the right and then say I'm sorry, because I did a lot of work again, and you people will not like me for having done all this stuff. I implemented a way to connect the big truck up to the system, and we will take a look at that in a second. And I also started to bridge out to other sections of the future base. I have the feeling I'm doing a better job here with not touching Mars than I have done on the alien planet. But I want to remove this base eventually, and then have a bigger platform with industrial capabilities to take over this part, kind of. Okay, let us take a look at what I've done. There is still details that need to be done, but I figured this system out. We talked about that. So I have some pistons here that are set to the 5-meter mark, and after that I basically stop them, and up there I have a control panel where I can individually control each of these pistons to bring it a bit better into position, so it adds up to this connector in the end. And I can pull this piston in, and I also have a second one, so I could even go farther down. This one I didn't set up with a system where it's not a system. It's just buttons that I can press to move it to the left, move it to the right. And here I didn't do that with with this is just stick out or don't stick out if you want. And then everything is connected up to the base. So now I have a connection here that works out pretty nice. There's a rotor up there where I can pull that thing in and then move it over a bit here to somewhere there, so that even bigger things could drive below that. I really like the size of the whole thing. I had a bit of a talk about that because people said maybe don't make it so big. I kind of want it so big. I want to have these pillars and want to be able to see everything from afar and to have a good look from the top onto the things that park down here. And I'm really, really happy with that. And again, I stole the idea for the roundish pillars from this base to keep that on. And also I have this thing here. So we have a way now to get onto the platform. And I can just walk up here. And if I want to move that out of the way, I can just press the button. And then the whole thing moves to up here. And now the truck could, if I kind of get rid of the connector, I could just drive away now. That makes my life so much easier because I don't have to fly everywhere. And now I can reach every point of the base by just walking there. That's really nice. I've made this small hut basically up here. It's just so I have a way to get stuff out of the conveyor system and to refill my energy and all that stuff. I have another way here, but this might in the end go away. This is the control chair. Again, it's just a thing where I can unlock the thing, then bring in the piston, and then also I have to see the numbers. It's hidden. I can also just move it out of the way, and now we can drive in, we can drive out. That works pretty nice. And then I can just bring that down again, lock that up again. And the first, or the 1, 2 and 4, 5 are for the movement system. I will not use that. It's just set to increase or decrease the speed, kind of. So these pistons up here are set to a speed of 0. And then I can just press a button and then it increases the speed to go out, or decreases the speed to go back to 0 again, or go into the other direction. It's that simple. I didn't want to use timers or any how are they called, sensors here. That I don't know. That would have been too big of a system for just what I want to achieve here, and so I decided just against that. It's relatively easy done, and again I can adjust if the crawler is not at its perfect position. I can just adjust what I have up here to then get it into contact again. I hope that I mostly have to just adjust to the left and the right, the back and front part. That might be crazy. I will have to see if there's a way to maybe get a screen going that says the piston sticks out this amount of meters, and the other piston sticks out a different amount of meters. We'll have to look if that's possible. This will be the area where I want to have storage and refineries. I will make that airtight, and then bring the machines in here. Not a lot. I don't want to go too crazy with it, but some machines I would like to have. And then I want to have windows here where I can take a look at the crawler and be happy with it, and then take a look at what else we have. I have more ideas for Mars, and I will have to leave for Earth soon so that I can do some work there, but we are kind of in a good position right now to finish the work with this and then leave for Earth. I can't wait to also do some things at the Earth-like planet and at the asteroid base there in. It's so nice to be able to just go around. The big hyperdrive makes stuff relatively easy because I can just go one jump, I'm there, and don't have to wait for hours and minutes to get into other things. Good. We will do some more work today with the pillars and maybe with this industrial building there. And I have to show you another thing that I have done because I don't know, it's got to me, and then I started doing that and couldn't stop myself. It's weird. It's weird how that works. I'm trying to not show too much what I've done, and so I'm hugging the wall here, looking at the ground, hugging the wall. I exchanged this staircase here, and we have a normal staircase here now. I got rid of this connector, and I will have to find another way to connect things up to the base, but I also have an idea for that, so that's another thing we will do. Okay, let me go here, and hopefully we can see it from here. I've built another rover. And this time I went for something with not with an interior, but you can see it's a bit bigger, but it drives a lot more stable than my scout rover, because this is really unstable. This whole thing here is really unstable. I can't drive too fast. It might just blow apart. And this thing can drive really fast. It's flat, it's fast. It is armed to the teeth, not to the teeth, but it has some armor. You can see there are windows in there. It has a Gatling gun and then a small laser turret here that I want to use to, don't know, there's nothing to shoot at on Mars, but I want to bring back the encounter spawner, and that will happen soon, and so we might want to have some protection from drones or something like that. Would be nice. It has a jack. I can bring that up, and you can see it has a door. There's a lot of rovers out there that does stuff like that. So this is nothing special. I just got inspired to do it, and then started doing it. I didn't even plan to make it just like this. I planned to make it with the cockpit and all that stuff, but now we have a rover with a survival kit. We have a built-in repair system on here. We have batteries on here. There's a cargo container, a medium cargo container that we can use. Sadly, I cannot connect that up in a good way. Emergency reactor. And we have the cockpit here. So from here we can just close the ramp. It's a bit slow. I have to make that faster. But you can see it's done with blaster blocks, so it closes into the whole thing there, and it was a struggle to work with that. I'm not used to the blaster blocks, but that works. And now we can just drive off, and we have the solar panel on the top that loads the whole system up. It's a bit detail-less at the moment. That needs to change, but we are really good. This thing I don't know where this no fuel stuff comes from, because I have loaded batteries on me. I have the solar panel there, and it drives. It doesn't break in driving or something like that, loses power. It just is pretty nice. And you can see my character there. And we can now drive to drones again. You can see this thing. I don't even need to brake to just go into a curve. It handles terrain, the earth, it handles everything really well. And that's a nice thing to drive. I don't know where that came from. I just don't know. I was driving out with the other one, and then I said, maybe something a bit faster, maybe something that's a bit more stable. That would be nice. And now I have something like that. So we added another rover to the collection, and there will be one more. I really need, okay, we need to open that. I need a button for that, so that we can open that with a button. And it's dark in here. That's another thing I need to address. There's detail work that needs to be done. And the ramp is really slow. And then we can just go back into the base. And there's a connector up there. That's why I need a way to connect that up to. I'm really happy with that. I don't know. It came over me. The whole building stuff came over me. I was just not stopping, and I needed that. I have the feeling. I needed that. Good, let us do some more work around the base. Again, I want to get the building up and running for all the industrial works, and then we can later gut this thing and maybe remove it. Not sure if I want to keep the platform or something like that, but I think I want to remove it and then build other areas where I can hook up the other rovers and all that stuff. I'm not sure yet, but I want to build on this. What we need to do is we need to set up the platform a bit more. So I've decided for a bit of a shape on the bottom, just to not be too regular and just have the big blocks here. I need to measure out how long this will be then in the end, how much space I will have in between this all, and then we need to lay the groundworks that we maybe can later remove or something like that, but for now I will go with that. The base needs to be a bit compact, otherwise we really see at one point that the Mars planet is just 120 kilometers in diameter, I think, and that the gravity changes really fast when you when you go over the surface, and suddenly we stand on the surface, but we are, don't know, angled to the side with that. Okay, let us measure that out. I want it to be the whole refinery is 4 long, 3 for the, so we need a height of at least 3 blocks for the cargo containers and a length for maybe 2 refineries. In between we go with, I would say, I want to use an odd number, so 15 blocks or something like that. Let us see how long that is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. That's very long. I like the idea of having a big building up here, just so that I have space for later, don't know, additions. So maybe we go with that. It seems to be very long, but I think it's still okay. Good. Let us then bring in where the pillar will be. And then I have added 3 blocks to here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I hope I didn't miscount that. Oh, I miscounted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, I didn't. Why is that so different? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I need to add a bit. I want to have the number in between, the odd number in between. That makes my life then a bit easier when it comes to not measuring that out. But again, I'm in these block games, I always work in odd numbers. Although this can stay this way, I always work in odd numbers, so that if you work with 1 block things or something, it's easier to just work in odd numbers. Otherwise you will always end up with asymmetry, and having asymmetry is okay, but sometimes it is good to just use the odd numbers here. Although Space Engineers doesn't make your life a lot easier, because the problem with Space Engineers is that Space Engineers also uses things like, it uses odd numbers for containers, but then it comes up with 2 and 4 when it comes to the refineries, and adds another layer with the upgrades. So that's okay, but Space Engineers if you want to work in odd numbers, Space Engineers sometimes doesn't make your life a whole lot easy. Okay, I have built up a cargo container here. No, I didn't. That's what I wanted to do. So we need to remove this. Go for a cargo. A cargo container. With my from my hotbar with for the rover, I worked with heavy armor blocks at certain points, because I needed to level the whole thing out, otherwise it would have gotten too heavy in the back. And so I just placed some heavy armor blocks. That worked nicely. I thought about mass blocks, but mass blocks are just uncontrollably heavy, and so it's good to place mass blocks where you can work with symmetry. Again, if you can put in, don't know, 4 mass blocks at the same positions, that works out. But if you can just put in this needs to go, if you can just put in 1 somewhere, then you need to really figure out where you want to place it, and I had no idea where to place it and didn't want to do it. With working with heavy armor blocks there worked out pretty well to balance it kind of out, so it didn't get too heavy in the back. It was really nice. Good. Okay, these will be the pillars. What I've done up until now, and I will do that here too, is I've placed the pillars onto a plate basically, and then added another plate to it. These will be encased in the roundish blocks. We can get them on the hotbar. So these roundish blocks, it gives the whole thing a bit of a different look, and I really like that. So watch, yeah. Now I'm conscious about saying I like that because there's I watched a podcast by Tom Segura and his wife, and the American comedians, and they went on about a certain country music star that that feels a bit awkward when it comes to doing his online stuff. So if he goes into the social media and starts to work there, he feels a bit awkward. And now I'm really conscious about me seeing I like that, because this guy also does that, and it's weird. He seems to be a really popular musician. I heard from him, but I couldn't tell you any of his songs, and it's just, yeah, country is nothing that gets played a lot over here, so I'm not really confronted with that too much. Okay, that works out. And again, it seems like this guy is feeling really awkward when it comes to doing social media stuff, and he constantly says, I like that. No, I can't get my head around that anymore. He does it in a bit of a creepy way. That's what I can't even really do that well. Ah, brilliant. Yeah, and I listened to that and then went on this building spree. Sorry, again, I can only say that I'm sorry for not showing that to you, but again, I was so just into the building that I didn't think about that. Let me do something. I have to bring up the audio again. I turned down the audio for the podcast, and it's at the moment my favorite pastime when it comes to watching YouTube is watch a few videos from people, and then I most of the time really listen to podcasts. There's a lot of people out there that do video podcasts basically, and I listen to a lot of Tom Segura and his wife, or Tom Segura and Christina P. and Pajitsky, I think, and listen to other stuff. There's some live stream recordings I watched from people discussing the weird stuff out there, the internet weird stuff, and then I don't know. Yesterday I had a really nice talk with one of my viewers, and I can only say that's always a pleasure. And on my Discord, I think I will really start to do that, to go into a call and then wait if people show up. I'm not sure how long I can do stuff like that, but as long as I can do that and have the time for it, and I'm always, I don't want to sound arrogant, but don't know if the channel grows and we get more people, then at one point it might be just impossible to just have nice one-on-one talks, or don't know, talks with just a few people and getting into certain things. that was really, really nice. Had a really nice conversation about certain things that we talked about, and he then talked to me about don't know, certain things in his life, and it was really, really interesting, I can only say. And I really need to do that more often. It gives you a bit of perspective on your viewers, and why your viewers are here, and why you don't know why people are interested in what you are doing. Or I mainly wanted to do it to not explain something to him, to give him perspective on where I'm coming from. It was kind of, we talked about something, and then I said, okay, I want to call you because I don't want to do this kind of talk over chat. That doesn't work out for me. And so it was really nice. It was really, really nice. And it and it confirmed again that a lot of my people are just older. This guy is older than me, and I have, my viewer base is usually a lot older than me. Not older than me, no, not older than me, but is a lot older than usual YouTube viewer bases, I would say. The community. Really nice. Was really, really nice. Good. I need to finish this, and then we at least will plonk down the refineries and the cargo, maybe, because if I can get that done today, I don't have to hold back anymore on this building, and can start to remove that, and can maybe find a way to put another, what I could do is put another solar farm down somewhere, or more wind farms. The wind farms, by the way, I didn't take a look at how well they run here. Let me see that. I've just plonked them down for maximum possible at 400 kilowatts optimal. That's really nice. I've just put them down to have visual effects, kind of, but I didn't take a look at how well they run here. So 400 kilowatts, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Maybe I put some more down when the buildings are done and all that stuff. I think that's, we could do that. We could go away from solars for the buildings here and just use wind farms. I'm not sure. We will see how that works out. Good. Let me make a short break, finish that, and then we put down the refineries and maybe an assembler and a bit of cargo, and then we end the episode for today. Now, after everything is welded up and this stuff is gone, the only thing that's missing is cross braces. I will have to see how I can integrate them. I kind of start to really like this stuff, because it gives a bit more of the illusion that you need to, don't know, watch out for stuff like that. So structures like these would definitely have something like that, so they don't just kind of tip over, so that they are stable into this direction. I would also put one in here, but I have the feeling that would be just too big, so I will just put some in here and over there, and that should do it then. Good. Okay, what we need to do is now take a look at, we need some conveyors, and we need a refinery. That doesn't work. That doesn't work out. So a refinery. I also would like to put down some assemblers. And I would like to use the normal ones and maybe some cargo containers. Some large ones. And we should change the color. First thing we put down is a refinery. I want to bring that in line with this cargo container here. Have it lie here. And we could just, we just connect the next one to it. 2 refineries should be good for everything. Most of the refining capabilities we have is somewhere up in orbit, so we don't really need too many refineries down here. And especially one thing we don't need down here is uranium refineries. It's not on planets anymore, so I can go with the 2 times speed, 2 times yield here when however I want, and that's a good thing. I don't have to deal with things like I don't know, things like what I want to have assemblers in here. Maybe I can connect them up with tubes so that I can connect them up from the bottom. So I tend to do assembler crosses right now. So I will do this and then put speed modules all around them. That makes, yeah, the production really fast, and don't know, the bit of energy they take more. I will counter that with maybe some more wind farms. That's a good thing. So let us go and find some tubes. So first we need to have these. I want to use the tubes so I can walk over that and I don't have to, don't know, go around all of it. Now I see a bit of an error in me putting down the refineries so close together. But on the other hand, that gives me space on the other side for the speed modules. And then I need this here. The tubes, these tubes are really, really nice. They don't know, they give a different, they give a bit of a different look to everything, and I really, really like that. Again, I said it again. I need to get rid of that. That's great, or no, it's that's too much. I would say, okay, these are yield modules. I want to have the speed modules, and I will just put them around here. Come on. What am I missing? Steel plates. Used up too much of that. Steel plates. And now 8. I turned it already in 7. Speed module here. And one here. So again, now these things are sped up a good amount of times. I don't know if that's the right thing to say here, but with the combination of the speed modules and the yield modules, we get a bit more material and we get it relatively fast. And here again, there's no need to put anything else on assemblers, I have the feeling. So the assemblers, how much do they take now? 2 megawatts. So it's not too much. If you have a reactor on there, that's just nothing. And if you go with batteries and maybe wind farms or solar panels, then you shouldn't be really concerned with having too many sweet modules on there. The amount of material you get in the short amount of time it takes now is just a really good trade-off. But let us put down some cargo containers. I don't need too many. I might also connect them up with, I think that's a good idea, also connect them up with tubes from down or up or whatsoever, and maybe space them apart a bit, and then we can put some conveyors in between them, I would say. Then we can walk. We could even use just the tubes. 6. Just do this and this. Did I line that up correctly? I did line that up correctly. That's nice. Good tubes. Here I need the normal. Okay, here I need the normal. I think I will go with this one. Straight. This thing. The cap. The cap here. And then I go and put this here. The straight here, and then I need to find the curve. Can get rid of that. I've brought in some more mods that I want to test. I saw some other people use the. Okay, that's neat. Now I can walk over that. Maybe we can make something like a ramp or so over that. We could walk over that or make a short hop, and we have enough cargo space to, yeah, really go crazy now. I would say the entrance will be somewhere here, so we have a bit more space here if we ever need to add more cargo or need to add more industrial capabilities. We can do that. What is missing? Small steel tubes. Okay, we can order that. Let us do that. I have a survival kit here. We will use this and just order some small steel tubes. Okay, that's good. We kind of started this whole thing out now and can work more on the area. You saw our new rover down there, and I don't know. It's Mars is. I have the feeling my favorite planet. It's nice and quiet. It's not too crazy here, and we can use atmospheric thrusters. The gravity is good. I don't know. It's really nice. I like it here. And the decision to just go with rovers on Mars, I think was a good one. I think that was a good one. I have a lot of fun kind of building rovers or wheeled stuff right now. So I hope that keeps working for me. Now I need to bring a roof over this here, and that hopefully then works all out. Good people, I think that's all for today. Yeah, I hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. To all the people that got the codes, get in contact with me, and then I will give you the codes and all that stuff. And yeah, I hope you will have fun with that. And yeah, I hope I will see you all in the next video, I would say. See ya, guys.